Racism is a virus.
One of the things I think about as an Asian American historian is how tragically this is not new. In the 1860s and 1870s and 1880s, Chinese in the United States were blamed then for outbreaks of smallpox. In the early 1900s, newly arrived Japanese migrants were targeted for the outbreak of bubonic plague. And I think about the history of U.S. colonialism in the Philippines and how Filipino bodies were referred to as incubators of leprosy. So this is a very long history of how outbreaks of disease have been directly connected to anti-Asian sentiment.
And we will very easily defeat the China virus. That's what's happening. We're doing a great job relative to other countries on the coronavirus. You know how many names we have? Like 22 different names. I call it the China virus.
The president has held China accountable for covering up the China virus and allowing it to spread death and economic destruction in America and around the world.
As the president has been describing the coronavirus, he's been calling it the Kung flu. Do you think that's an appropriate way to characterize the coronavirus?
Scholars and health officials have already pointed out that we should not be labeling epidemics and disease outbreaks after places and after people. When we do that, we see the rise of stigma and scapegoating.
Do you think that's the most pressing issue you have about the coronavirus?
Think about that.
I know, but what I'm thinking about is why that is your most pressing issue as a question.
Well,
when we just seen a spike in coronavirus, you're concerned about somebody and the way they name it.
The rise of anti-Asian sentiment is directly connected to political rhetoric. And once racism is perpetrated against one group, it lends itself to justify racism and anti-group, whether it be anti-Asian, anti-Black, anti-Latinx sentiment. We need each other now more than ever to fight not just this disease, but the racial and structural inequalities that this disease has made very transparent. And all of us should be concerned, not just Asian Americans should be concerned about anti-Asian violence. All of us need to be concerned about anti-Asian violence. All of us need to be concerned about the disproportionate way this disease is starting to impact African American and Latinx communities. And these inequalities intersect. And if we don't address one, it's actually going to perpetuate them all.